Zander and Dana Point tweets, I love Radio Row Week, all the Super Bowl talk, best interviews of the year, but when the hell is Romo scheduled? Hashtag fat, 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 fat. Oh, and guess what?
Guess what?
We are moments away from Romo time. Guess what?
Guess what?
All right, there's now an official Romo sighting. Bill Romanowski is in the house. Romo is maybe 20 feet from me. Romo is here. Romo is ready. Romo is always ready. And for you to get ready, for me to be ready, you need this. For those of you who have never heard Bill Romanowski on the row, let me give you a quick taste of what you're about to get if all goes well.
If they told me dog would work on my elbow, guess what? I'd be bathing in
He
it.
got paid too much, literally turned into a bitch. Just a big, spoiled bitch crybaby.
They're sitting there eating a bunch of cookies, drinking soft drinks and Cokes and Pepsis. We're sitting here drinking protein.
It broke his helmet, his face mask, his jaw in 10 places.
Romo, what do you think that hit would cost you today, though?
$1 million.
Guess what? Ben Roethlisberger, karma is going to hit him. And I said, don't you ever do that again because I will kill you.
I almost got kicked out of the game because I was going to kill him.
I wish I would have gone in the room, kicked out the horse.
Get good or get gone.
Get good or get gone. I know this. Every time I hear that, it gets better and better and better. If you're watching on CBS Sports Network, there he is in all his glory. The split screen. Me on the right. Romo on the left. Who looks like they're in better shape. And when Romo says, I will kill you, I don't think that's a figure of speech. I mean, I think that if he directs that at somebody, they're going to be in the ground. He'll put them in the ground. I cannot wait for Romo.
I will kill you.
He might. He might. Not only has this been, I'm going to say the best Monday ever, and I've done probably 30 of these things, the best Monday ever, and it's about to get better as we close the show. But I'm sitting here, and I've been working a cough drop the entire day. I don't need to anymore because the smoothie king himself is here. I am now rocking protein right into my system. We are joined by a jungle and a Radio Row legend. He is a 4-time Super Bowl champ. He is a 2-time Pro Bowler. He is a New York Times bestselling author. He is the founder and CEO of Nutrition 53. Freaking Romo making his triumphant jungle return. Bill Romanowski. Romo, it is so good to see you. And you look like $1 million, man.
Well, thank you. It's great to be here, Jim.
What am I drinking today?
You're drinking the Lean One smoothie, a Smoothie King, no added sugar, no artificial anything, and lose up to a pound of body fat a day with the Lean One smoothie.
Are you kidding? If I drink 10 of these today, can I drop 10 pounds in one day?
Well, maybe 2 to 3 pounds.
I also said, okay, and when I said, Romo, if I've got a cold right now, I mean, nobody cares. I'm not saying that to say that, but if I want to get better fast, do I work out more or do I work out less with a cold?
Yeah, you sweat a cold, rest a fever. So absolutely, you work out and you take 20 grams of vitamin C.
20 grams.
20 grams.
All right, man.
If you can get it IV, do 100.
Damn, I was just going to say
100 grams.
I was just going to say, do I shoot it directly into my system?
Absolutely.
Or do I slam a few? Hey, where do I get an IV, Romo? I'm not wired for that stuff like you are.
Well, what we would need is a naturopath or someone, an osteopath, a naturopath,
a pusher
of vitamin C. Absolutely.
I did it once. It didn't do a damn thing. I almost had a bag of that stuff. I'm like, man, this is going to go. In fact, it was before another Super Bowl where I felt something coming on. And, well, what is that? Why do you always get sick before a Super Bowl? I sat with an IV of vitamin C for like an hour longer.
That sounds right.
It didn't do jack.
But you know what?
Did not do jack.
But here's the problem. Most doctors, naturopaths, osteopaths will not do more than 20 grams. I believe in you go big or go home. And I go 80 to 100 grams when I do a vitamin C IV.
I up your 100. I'll do 250. Romo, I'm not saying this because you're here, but already 1/3 of the Smoothie King is gone, and I already feel better than I did after that whole IV drip of vitamin C.
Absolutely.
Again, what are you putting in these things?
Hey, this is 20.
It's all legal,
hey,
right?
This is lean one, 20 grams of protein, 17 fruit and vegetable extracts, 10 grams of fiber. You go to Smoothie King for the lean one smoothie, lose up to a pound of body fat a day. See, I already see you. You're already leaner.
Right before your eyes. Romo, shoot me straight, and don't take it the wrong way. Are there steroids in here?
Are
there roids in here?
No, there are not.
It's all natural, right?
This is all. If you knew how many times I hit Rich Gannon like that, because our game plan was to blitz him and blitz him hard. I hit him a couple times, and I remember when I got to Oakland, and he pulled me aside, and he said, Romo, you have no idea how much I hated playing against you. You hit me a couple times where I didn't know if I could get up. And somehow, some way, my teammates got me up, but it was just plain will that got me through the game. And when you get that good hit on somebody, you know, because it feels so good. It feels good to you.
I was going to say, Romo, I was waiting for you to finish that. What does it feel like to put a hit like that on somebody? Is that like, does it feel like nothing at all? Does it feel like you're tearing paper? What's it feel like to you delivering that hit?
You know, it's like you hear at the bottom of the pile, you can just hear. Yeah, I don't care who it is. You can just hear it, you know? And then
after all these years, Romo, you're still scared the hell out of me, man.
And then when they get up,
yeah,
you're like, okay, I got to give them some respect. Okay, but I'll tell you this, I'm coming harder next time, because somehow, some way, you know, I'm going to try to get him out of the game, because literally that was what I tried to do. Every time I hit someone, I wanted to knock them out of the game. I didn't want to hurt them permanently. I wanted to hurt them bad enough to where they couldn't play in the game I was playing in, because I knew their backup was probably not as good as them.
Clearly, because he's a backup.
Yeah.
Could you or anybody else play the game that way today, given how it's officiated? Could you have that same mindset?
Yeah, I probably would have been kicked out of every game if I played the way I played, because I was a head hitter. I hit with my head. I delivered with my helmet. My helmet was a weapon, and it was the best weapon I had. And I used it, and from the time I was 10 years old, I was taught to hit with my head.
Right.
And I remember there was a time in Denver when I was getting fined almost every week. Back then, we're talking late 90s.
Sure.
And I was the most fined guy in the NFL. So Mike Shanahan called me up to his office. He said, Bill, I just got to let you know, I got word from the NFL. If you get fined one more time, they're going to suspend you. So that was on a Monday. I had just gotten fined, and that tormented me till Saturday of the next week.
Right.
It was in my head, Jim, because I was like, you know, I had a streak going. I really was going after, you know, never missing a game, and I was able to accomplish that. But we get to that Saturday, I was like, F it. I don't give a crap. I am going, and I'm going harder than I've ever gone before. I'm going to deliver blows with my head.
You mean like every other day of your life, Romo, of your entire life? Bill Romanowski joining us live. Romo, you just closed the show. You did it. Romo, you have lost nothing. In fact, you are getting better.
Well,
you are getting better, man. So good to see you, Romo. Thank you so much.
Good to see you, Jim.
Great job. Bill Romanowski